What's up? It's your boy Luke P. Sanders, and this volume is from my take, so you're just going to hear a lot from me and maybe a couple of other people, but you have to wait and keep listening to see who they are. Let's go ahead and jump right on into this episode for the Volume 3 premiere of Family Talk. So happy to be back. Today I'm talking about my Tyler Perry Studios invitation. I had got signed to, I was working with this network, and being part of that network, they emailed me and they invited me to come to this event at Tyler Perry Studios. But during that time, I was in college, and the event was in Atlanta, of course, because that's where Tyler Perry Studios is. So I couldn't go because, for one, I was in school, and two, I didn't have a budget. You know what I mean? I wasn't getting paid for entertainment at that point, so I didn't have it to go to Atlanta from where I was to so I didn't have it to go, honestly, and it just didn't work out. I was in school, so even if I did have it, I couldn't go. So yeah, I couldn't go. But this was actually before the grand opening, so I would have been there before everybody saw what was, everybody had their own sounds, like certain celebrities had their own sound stage and everything like that. So yeah, I would have been there before that, but it didn't happen for whatever reason. But I'm still hopeful because I really do look up to Tyler Perry, for real, because of course, I don't do what he does on his level, but as far as doing shows back to back to back to back, whether you guys follow me on social media or you guys follow my other shows, I do web series and I do podcasts all back to back. Literally in this month of July, I've had 4 different shows air. And I've had, I think since last year, or at least this year, I've had podcasts air every month. So just back-to-back, content episodes, I really do look up to him for that. But for one, he has a whole team, you know what I mean? But even with that, he's still a writer, director, producer, creator, you know what I mean? So he's kind of, when it comes to the main stuff, he is a one-man show with that, you know what I mean? So I do look up to him for that. But yeah, I really do look up to him. I'm really proud of him for being able to achieve being a billionaire in 20 years. That's, for a black person, that's not typical, because we have to face all these hurdles because of our skin color and things like that. We have to prove ourselves even more than other people. So you know that, the whole nine. But for him to do that and to have so many TV shows and have so many films and plays and tours, and even, I don't think people realize, but he's written music for his plays and for his, you know what I mean? So even the soundtrack, or I don't know if he's written music for his films, but for sure with his plays, he's written a lot of that music. So for him to even be a songwriter, producer, a director, a creator, a writer, if I didn't say that, that's a lot. You know what I mean? So he's literally running his own empire. But I think the thing that keeps Tyler Perry blessed is that he helps people and he helps other communities. I don't have my facts straight on this, but I believe the source that I read was correct. I think he's building a community or a mall somewhere in America the U.S. With Bishop T.D. Jakes. He gives back. I mean, he even helped Meghan Markle and Prince Harry during their situation. And he's literally the godfather of one of their children. So I'm just this man, he's super successful, but he still helps and he still gives back. And he even paid Cicely Tyson $1 million or millions or something. Definitely someone M on it. Definitely was something with all them zeros. Because of how much she's worked in the industry, but also so she didn't have to work if she didn't want to in her older age. So just things like that, you don't have to do that. You know what I mean? So for him to do that, I think God's okay, yeah, you've taken the blessing that I've given you and you blessing other people, so I'm going to continue to bless you. You know what I mean? So, and then for him to employ so many black people, people, it really gets to my nerves, because even if you see it or you feel that way or whatever, for one, people who be judging him and stuff, or the people that I've seen judging him, they should have been a different angle. Oh, I saw a shadow or something in this scene of a boom operator or something. And for people who don't know, a boom operator is someone who holds the stick, the mic, when you're filming a production. And it's just even if you did see that or whatever, I'm pretty sure that's not his production is not the only stuff that happens in. And for two, what's the point of you even saying something? I just don't find it necessary, because I'm he's literally created jobs for hundreds of people with really good salaries from what I hear. who can take care of their families and who, he's changed people's lives with that, not even just from the resume building, but from the money. They can take care of their families and they can be more comfortable. So yeah, I really do look up to Tyler Perry, and I'm really grateful for him and what he's doing in the industry. I think he's really just getting started, to be honest with you, because he's middle aged, so like, yeah, he's just getting started, and he just got to own BT and VH1. So I'm like, okay, yeah, this man is about to. And from my knowledge, he has the longest running BET series, which is Sisters, and it's still the number one show on cable. I don't know a black show that can pull in 1 million views per week. That's like a drama show, like a drama series. I'm not talking about a reality show. I'm talking about like an actual, show that is scripted, a scripted show. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. So a scripted show, yeah. So that's a lot to be able to do. Like 1 million plus views every week when that show is airing. Like, that's a lot. I haven't seen a show like that on BET in a long time. So, or in general, because they're on their 6th season in 4 years. So that show is super successful to the point to where they have a spinoff, and that's doing well. I think Sisters is number 1 and Fatima is number 2, which is his spinoff. So I'm just like, this is his spinoff of Sisters, if you didn't know, but I'm pretty sure everybody knows. Even if you don't watch the show, it's marketed very well. So yeah, I'm just super proud of Tyler Perry and what he's done and what he's doing and what he's going to do. And I don't think a lot of people even know that he literally went to Nickelodeon and asked them to do the first Paw Patrol movie. And now they're doing the second one because the first one was so successful. But yeah, he did that because he was like, I want my son to see me in something else besides, what I've done, which he's not ashamed of, but he wanted his son to see him, playing a different character besides Medea and Joe, pretty much, and I understand that. And then even before the first Paw Patrol movie, he was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He played the villain. So I'm just like, this man, you can't really, he's on TV, film, theater. The only thing he hasn't done is really like radio, and I'm pretty sure if he wanted to, he could. And he's written songs, so he's done stuff in the music aspect as well. So I'm just like, wow. But yeah, I don't know if I said it already, but this is my birthday month. Even though we're in the last full week of July, and it's technically Leo season, I'm still representing Cancer again because I'm a Cancer. So yeah. But yeah, make sure you keep listening to Family Talk as the volume goes on, because I am doing things differently this volume. But it's going to be a good volume. I'm making sure that it's not lacking, and I'm making sure that I'm giving out which I've never gotten. So yeah, you are going to get to know me a bit more as far as like the entertainment side of things. I'm really sharing stuff that I haven't shared before. So especially with this, because I don't think I really talked about it. I did talk about what, I think I said on social media, like, yeah, I'm going to talk about my experiences with the Tyler Perry Studios or Tyler Perry in general. I haven't met or talked to Tyler Perry, but I've had, like, people approach me, like, with this, to go to the studios for an event. Or you're going to hear me in future episodes talk about somebody who said that they have a connection with Tyler Perry, or somebody who works with Tyler Perry. Which is true. I didn't fact check that. The person they were talking about did work with Tyler Perry. But I'm like, why are you even name dropping if you're not going to be professionals, especially somebody of that stature? So you got to be careful when you saying, oh yeah, because Tyler Perry gets stuff done. He is professional. I've never worked with him, but he's professional enough to get stuff done. You know what I mean? This person who was saying that, they're not. They left me hanging, and they didn't say they didn't do what they said they were going to do. So I've learned to not announce stuff too soon. Even though I didn't announce that show, but I did. On social media, you can go back and see. I did say, oh, yeah, I got a Tyler Perry connection, and stuff like that. That wasn't even, like, me trying to, like, name drop, or I was just excited to even be able to work with somebody who works with somebody who's affiliated with Tyler Perry. So I was like, I don't know if I'll ever get that moment back. You know what I mean? So I don't regret saying that, because I'm like, okay. But I have learned, to wait until it comes out, or because it might not happen. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. Hey, you live and you learn, right? But yeah, make sure you follow Family Talk on Facebook. And make sure you follow me on Facebook at Luke Sanders. And be sure to come back here next Wednesday at 12:11 Central for a brand new episode of Family Talk.